So our think tank is the China Strategic Risk Institute. We are a new think tank looking to inform the de-risking debate in Europe. Our core research, we looked at the solar supply chain and how in particular Europe can begin to de-risk its dependency on China's solar PV. Our research comes at a time when the EU is ramping up its solar production capacity, but crucially still relying on China for around 70% of its solar PV imports. Yeah, so the key question we're asking is, what are the risks posed by this level of dependence? So we know, for example, that Europe has already undergone significant difficulties weaning itself off Russian gas in the wake of the invasion of Ukraine. So our question was, well, what does it mean really for Europe to be dependent on China for such a crucial part of the energy supply chain? So to give you an idea of the scale, around 17 to 23% of Europe's energy will be produced by solar if current targets are met by 2030. So our idea was really asking, well, what happens if China is able to weaponize that supply chain, or if the supply chain gets disrupted to the degree that Europe is no longer able to import solar at that level. So to give you one example, we calculated that a 5-year disruption to the solar wafers component of China's supply chain would lead to a 46 billion cost to European households between now and 2030. The reason why there is that increase in cost is because solar is the cheapest form of renewable energy generation, and because solar is going to be such a large part of how Europe generates its electricity. So if we fail to get that energy from China, then we will be paying higher bills in terms of household energy.